Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, I am your lady lawyer, attorney Maria Cecilia Oliva of MCO Law Office. In this video, I will give you some points to consider before you purchase a condominium unit. But before we proceed to these points, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the notification bell so that you will be updated with my latest videos. So without further delay, let us start the discussion. As a disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor, so that this video should not be taken as professional advice on whether or not to purchase a condominium unit for the purpose of increasing your net worth or improving your portfolio. If you need the services of a professional financial advisor, you are free to make your research. And of course, you can reasonably expect that these professionals will charge you for their professional services. So now that that's out there, so the first point that you need to consider before purchasing a condominium unit is that once you become a condominium unit owner, you are required to pay the condominium dues. Now, currently, there is no set limit as to how much the condominium corporation can impose for condominium dues. Okay, so can you just imagine the amount that you will be paying for condominium dues? Like, for example, if you become the owner of a condominium unit for 10 years, and then the condominium corporation will impose, like, let's say 1,000 pesos per month. So how much are you supposed to pay for condominium dues? A minimum of 120,000, correct? It may increase, diba? So if you don't purchase a condominium unit and instead you choose to purchase a house and lot which is outside of a subdivision or an executive or exclusive village, then you will forego these expenses. Another point that you need to consider is that when you purchase a condominium unit, it does not include the parking space. Especially, if you are a vehicle owner, this should have an impact on your decision to buy a condominium unit or not. Why? Because, if you have a vehicle and then you are a condominium unit owner, definitely you need to buy your own parking space within the condominium, within the condominium compound, diba? Now, if it so happened that there are no available parking spaces anymore within the condominium, then you will be forced to either lease a parking space from fellow condominium unit owners, or you may have to lease a parking space outside of the condominium. So can you imagine, if you purchase a house and lot, you can reasonably expect that there is already an allotted space for a garage that can accommodate maybe 2 cars, diba? So before you purchase your condominium unit, consider the fact that when you purchase a unit, parking space is not included. Of course, there are some high-end condominium corporations which offer condominium unit owners the right to choose a parking space, but the space that they can use is limited to the number of condominium units they own, so that if they own 1 condominium unit, they are only entitled to the use of 1 parking space. The third point that I need you to consider is that once you become a condominium unit owner, you will be subject to the rules and regulations and the restrictions imposed by the condominium corporation. So what are the typical examples of a restriction or rules and regulations? Like, bawal gas stove, only electric stove is allowed. Pwede rin naman no pets allowed. Or you can only decorate your condominium unit based on the general theme of the condominium. Now, medyo malapit ito na topic sa akin, no? Because I am a pet owner. So what if you you purchased a condominium unit without knowing beforehand kung ano yung mga rules, regulations, and restrictions ng condominium corporation. Now, when you finally got to purchase the condominium unit, it was only then that you discovered that the condominium does not allow pets, and then you are a pet owner. Let's say you own a dog. What are you going to do with your dog? Are you going to abandon? So that is something that you need to consider. Now, my tip here is that especially if you are considering purchasing a pre-selling condominium unit, when you are talking with the agent, you ask for a template of their contract, okay? And insist on being furnished a copy of the rules and regulations and restrictions imposed by the condominium corporation. Now, if the agent cannot give you a copy of these rules and regulations and restrictions, which should be annexed or attached to the contract of sale, no, of a condominium unit, you should think twice, especially if you are a pet owner, because let's say the agent made representations, verbal representations na pets are allowed, and then biglang naging no pets allowed. What are you going to do? Na-close mo na yung deal, di ba? So if duda ka, you might as well forgo the discount that you can get during the pre-selling stage and wait until the condominium building is already there, and that the condominium corporation is more or less settled, meaning andyan na yung mga rules and regulations and restrictions, like final na. Okay, so of course, if you're a pet owner, I think na you will never consider the option to abandon your pets, no? Another point that I want you to consider is that when you purchase a condominium unit, you do not necessarily become the exclusive owner of common areas in the condominium building. So, let's say there is a playground in your condominium, and there's a patch of land there which is bare. And then you, as a plantito or plantita, saw an opportunity to beautify that parcel of land. Sabi mo, oh, I want to plant, let's say, succulents in that patch of land. Pagandahin natin yung area na yan with lots and lots and lots of pretty succulents. Do you think you can just go there and plant whatever it is that you want to plant? No, you need to secure the permission of the condominium corporation before you can do that. Which brings me to my next point. And the next point is that we are dealing with a corporation here, no? When you talk about a corporation, it is basically a juridical entity or an artificial person. Being an artificial person, inanimate siya, diba? Being an inanimate person or an artificial person, the condominium corporation can only make decisions through its governing body. The governing body of a corporation is the board of directors for stock corporations or board of trustees for non-stock corporations. So that the condominium cannot make decisions unless and until the board of directors or board of trustees make a decision. So, yan. Balik tayo dun sa una kong example, di ba? If you want to plant succulents in a common area sa playground, no? Kailangan mo na mag-secure ng permission from the board of directors before you can do that. Of course, diba, you do not own exclusively the common areas. No. You are only allowed to use the common areas based on their purpose. But if you, disturb the common areas, you cannot do that without the permission of the board of directors. Another problem is that what if there was an earthquake and then the building where your condominium unit is located sustained some cracks? You cannot just do the repairs yourself. You have to wait for the board of directors to make a decision that they will repair that crack. And remember na the funds of the condominium corporation is dependent upon the condominium dues being imposed. Now, you have to remember na every person living in that condominium has different personalities, so that there may be some condominium unit owners who are more responsible compared to others, more financially well off compared to others, so that you cannot you cannot really expect that there won't be any delinquent condominium unit owners. Reasonable expectation, meron talaga mga delinquent condominium unit owners. And if marami ang delinquent na condominium unit owners, saan huhugot ang korporasyon ng pera para lang maipa-repair yung crack na yon? Let's say extensive yung damage and then kulang yung funds. Of course, mangangailangan na mag-loan siguro. And of course, before makakapag-loan, kailangan may decision yung board of directors. And what if hindi na-meet yung necessary votes para lang decide yung corporation na mangungutang? Stand still. So, these are the points that I can give you right now regarding purchasing a condominium unit. How about you? Do you have your points? Feel free to share in the comments section. So once again, I am your lady lawyer, Attorney Maria Cecilia Oliva. I am now signing out.